questions from council online or in attendance? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion. We have a motion on the floor from Representative Crawford to approve the budget. Is there a second? Second by Representative Gouge. Roll call vote, please.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Leonard Gouge,
Yes.
Robert Huff.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you got 3 in favor and 0 against.
3 in favor and 0 against. The Scholarship Foundation budget is approved. Hello. Education, Development, and Administration. Thank you. Thank you for being. Do you wear contacts now? Thank you.
HEW, Madam Chair, in committee, Larissa Roberts, Jahu Jifkados.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Speaker, and Council. I'm Adrienne Thompson, Project Director for Muskogee Nation ACE.
I'm sorry, what was your last name?
Thompson.
Thank you. Thank you.
We aren't sure which budget you have first.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it was. Muskogee Nation ACE, we have some changes that we're requesting with salary and fringe. We are asking that the nation cover the cost of the ACE staff so we can use our grant funds to provide services directly to students. ACE grant budget does not allow for travel or mileage, so there's an increase there. And we don't have a line item in our grant for supplies, so we've been working with what we have, so there's an increase. And then the increase of vehicle maintenance and repair. The overall salary will impact our indirect costs, and then we have decreased our communications line since we figured out the best dynamic for communication within our program.
Are there questions from the committee for Ms. Thompson?
Sorry?
For you? There to ask you the questions. Are there questions from council in attendance or online?
Madam Chair, Speaker Lowe.
Yes, Speaker, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Thompson, how long is the ACE grant? Is it 5 years?
Yes, it's a 5-year grant with over about $4.5 million that'll come through. The first year was the planning year, and we are in the second implementation year or third year overall of the grant.
And the renewal rate is probably in our favor for the tribe. And I ask this for the reason if we absorb those salaries and for some reason the ACE grant doesn't get approved, then they just become regular employment and training employees, correct? Is that how that
through the
works?
Department of Education and Training.
Sure. Okay. All right. Madam Chair.
Speaker, are there other questions from council in attendance or online? Okay, let's move on to your motor vehicle budget.
Okay, so for salary and wages, we had a slight increase just from that 4% raise we received, and then also absorbing a 100% tribal funded office manager. She was paid last year out of the NYCP grant that ended on September 30th. So that's why that salary increased just by a little bit over $6,000. And then, of course, the fringe has increased a little bit because of that. And then just a small increase in travel. The conference seminars increased by 1,000 just due to our Native Studies Teacher Fellowship. So hopefully incorporating more teachers into that conference. Our 760 remained the same for software and licenses. The educational materials remained the same. Of course, that vehicle maintenance repair, we added that, but we took that out of contractual to cover that. Fees stayed the same. And the general assistance, that's a new initiative that we would like to propose just to help our LEAs within the reservation, that if they have needs, such as a school has asked to help with their Red Ribbon Week. And so just little things like that, just to help schools, just a small little application they have to fill out. The indirect cost increased just a little bit over 2,000. Our special projects, we're receiving a lot of calls about special education and IEPs, and just having a little conference for our parents and families who need that. Want a little bit more information about that. So we've contacted a few of our representatives who are special ed. I guess they have more special ed experience in schools. So that's what that special projects portion is for. And then our Cultural Education Resource Council, the equipment has remained the same at 3,400, and then contractual has decreased significantly to 49,000, and then telephone and fax and communications has stayed the same. So our budget still is the same as last year, just a little bit moving around funding.
Thank you, Larissa. Are there
Yeah.
questions on this budget from the committee?
Madam Chair, I have a question.
Yes, Representative Gouge.
I didn't catch all of it, but general assistance, what is that again?
That is for schools that reach out to just within the reservation who have additional needs. Like we had a school reach out and ask if we could help with Red Ribbon Week, providing those supplies because they had a high population of Native American students, predominantly Muskogee Creek. And so just helping them out with little things like that, which we didn't have in the budget. So we moved that decrease from contractual to give that opportunity to schools.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, sir. Are there other questions from the committee? Any questions from council online or in attendance? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for this budget.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion on the floor from Representative Gouge to approve this budget. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Representative Huft. Roll call vote, please.
Leonard Gouge,
Yes.
Robert Huff,
Yes.
Mary Crawford.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you got 3 in favor and 0 against.
3 in favor and 0 against. The education, development, and administration budgets are approved. Meadow. Reintegration. Can't hear you.
Is that little green light on? That little green light. Press the button.
Oh, is it on now? There you go. Belinda Hicks. I'm an administrative assistant 2 at reintegration. I take care of all the majority of the bills at reintegration. I was given the responsibility of the budget this year. I do have the manager, Tony Fish, here, and another co-worker here to answer any questions if they're needed, though. Right now, we have a few changes The only increases that we have are with our salary, wages, fringe, and indirect costs due to the 4% COLA that was given to us last year. That's the only increases as far as salary, wages. We do have almost a double increase in our fuel purchases, and that's due to the cost of fuel that has risen quite dramatically, plus the activity that we're increasing with our clients. We also have an increase on the equipment. We purchased an auger and trencher playground for the client's family, and we just left the remainder in that at this moment, but that's why you see the increase there. We do have a slight increase in telephone and fax. We have one phone that has went down on us, so we're going to have to purchase a phone there. Other than that, we just split the cost amongst different areas that we feel like we could maybe, take the loss on. Other than that, that's where the changes are.
Thank you, Ms. Hicks. Other questions from the committee? Are there questions from council in attendance or online? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for this budget.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion on the floor from Representative Huff to approve this budget. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Representative Crawford. Roll call vote. Roll call vote, please.
Robert Huff,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Leonard Gouch.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you got 3 in favor and 0 against.
3 in favor and 0 against. The reintegration budget is approved.
But
Thank you, Ms. Hicks.
we did have a revolving fund account. There's no changes on it. I'm not sure if y'all had that budget. Okay.
We don't have it.
Okay. But
Vocational rehab. We didn't get it scheduled. We don't have anything. Do you have a Schedule A for this budget?
Mine. Yes, ma'am. No, I'm so sorry. I do not. It's on my federal budget.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me here. Emma De La Cruz, the director for the Muskogee Creek Nation Vocational Rehabilitation Program. Our overall budget is, it stayed the same. It's the tribal match. Excuse me. Basically, there's just little changes between the line items just to meet the needs of the increases. Like our landlord lowered our rent during COVID, so now it's gradually increasing. So it went up by 100. So we just kind of moved things around to meet the needs. Very little change, but the overall budget stayed the same. If you'd like, I will be more than glad to go over each line and let you know where the increases were.
Just where the increases are.
Okay.
Yes.
So we took travel out during COVID, but we have returned putting travel back in so we can do our trainings and so on and so forth. Mileage, we increase a little bit of mileage because as things are picking up, we're out and about more. We only have one GSA, so we have mileage in our budget. The training fees, we increased them to $2,000 because now staff can get out and go to trainings. Supply lines, we increased it by almost $1,000 to meet needs within the office. The equipment lease rental, we were able to lower that with our copy machine and fax machine. Let's see here. Vehicle lease maintenance and repair, that did go up by $420 because they're going to be putting a GPS in all of the GSAs. That's a little twisting. Again, the lease on our office space is increasing back up. And that seems to be all of the changes we made within the budget.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there questions for Ms. Cruz on her budget? Any questions from council online or in attendance? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for this budget.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion on the floor from Representative Gouge to approve the budget. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Representative Crawford. Roll call vote, please.
Leonard Gouge,
Yes.
Robert Huff,
Yes.
Mary Crawford.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you got 3 in favor and 0 against.
3 in favor and 0 against. The vocational rehab budget is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. We would like to thank you for attending today, and I would like to mention that all these budgets that were approved will be sent to BF&J for a funding source. Widow. We're down to other business on our agenda. Or is there any other business? Hearing none. Announcements. I would just like to announce that the HEW committee will meet at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for our monthly meeting. Adjournment. I need a motion to adjourn, please.
Make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion by Representative Crawford. Is there a second?
Second.
Representative Gouge has seconded that motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're down to our benediction. Ms. Representative Crawford, would you offer our benediction for us?
Yes.
Please stand if you're able.
Lord, I just thank you for over all of us.
Amen. We are adjourned at 2:39. But